Yeah, our team's doing really good.
Yeah, it is. For once.
Want to go to Delta?
Oh, come on.
Or
Sniping this guy out of
have you ever actually done that? I did it
Yeah,
one time. Actually, no, I've probably done it more than one time.
That was just to the left of him, like an inch. Okay.
Did you get him?
I got the gunner on the side.
Dude, fucking A. He's probably raging really hard right now.
I will take that.
Ah!
Hey guys, Yummy here again, and as promised, this time for my Q&A. All you had to do was leave a question in the comments section of my rig video, and you were eligible to be in this video. So I have about 14 questions to go through, so I'll just get on to them right away. The first question is from Major Meteor, and he asks, what are your thoughts on the news of the next Halo Wars game being developed by the same guys who make Total War? Now, if you guys don't know this, Halo Wars was a real-time strategy game made by Ensemble Studios, some studio that doesn't exist anymore, and it came out back in about 2010 or somewhere around there, and it was actually pretty awesome to me. I thought it was great. I love real-time strategy games. I played the Total War game my entire life, so the fact that the Creative Assembly, the guys who made the Total War franchise, are helping out 343 Industries on the next Halo Wars title is absolutely amazing. I don't know if they're gonna make it like Total War or in the same style of the first Halo Wars game, which was like Command and Conquer style. Whichever way, I think it's gonna be amazing, and I'm really hyped for it. The next question is from Paolo, and he asks why in Commander mode he can't see the scoreboard at the end of the game or the chat, and I think that this is a glitch. I've experienced it before. Sometimes you can see the scoreboard and sometimes you can't. It's really glitchy, and that's something that DICE still needs to fix. And also he asked where Sub Sunday went and why I show my face in Twitch but not on YouTube. Sub Sunday was a series I did about 2 episodes of back in March or February around there, where I would play with a different group of subscribers each week. And it actually was a pretty good idea, I think. I just couldn't get players together to play the game. Like, it would be the same group of subs every single week, and it just didn't seem that exciting or exciting enough to just survive. So unless I can get a large group of different subs that I can play with each week, it might not ever come back. And I show my face on Twitch, but not on YouTube, because I think YouTube is a bit bigger of a deal to me than Twitch is. So I'm holding out on a YouTube face reveal until 1,000 subs. But on Twitch, you guys can see my sexy face anytime I stream. But I don't stream that often because I'm in a small house right now and people make a lot of noise. So I'm not probably going to be streaming until I go back to college. Next up, NetDestroy is asking, how did I come up with my channel name? And it's actually kind of an interesting story. When we first got our Xbox 360 back in, 2007 or 2008, my dad got Xbox Live and he named his profile, out of all of the suggestions I was giving, he just came up with MM Delicious. MM is his initials and also my initials as well. And whenever I finally got Xbox Live myself a few years later, I decided to kind of follow a tradition and named it Yummy. Like, it's delicious, yummy, like whenever you're eating good food, and MM is also my initials, so it kind of fits together and it has some sort of continuity. And whenever I made a YouTube channel, I just thought it was interesting enough that it could be memorable. And I mean, a lot of people mix it up with Mummy, like they call it Mummy for some reason, even though to me the Y is actually pretty apparent. But anyway, that is how my channel name came to be. Cookie Monster HG asks, what video editing software do I use? And I use Premiere Pro CS6. I didn't pay for it. And it's actually a really good software. It gets kind of glitchy on Windows. It's Adobe really likes Mac OS for some reason, so they tend to work better on Macs. But I've been using it for about a year now, I think just over a year. And before I used Windows Live Movie Maker, and that was absolutely terrible. But Premiere Pro has a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of complex things you can do in it. It's a really professional software, and it costs about $650, so that's why I didn't pay for it. I asked a friend to find a way for me to get it, and he did find a way, and I got it for free, and I've been using it ever since. Next up, Solemn Penguin thought his question was so good that he ended up asking it 4 times. No offense, guy. I don't even know if you intended to do that, but just in the comment section it's posted 4 times. He asks if I have a girlfriend, how old am I, and if I'm religious. I don't have a girlfriend currently. I went to homecoming with one girl, went to prom with another, and I just don't have a girlfriend right now. I am 19 years old, and my birthday is in May, so I've been 19 for 4 months now, and I like to think of myself as a Christian, but I do a really bad job at it. And I show respect to everybody. I cuss a lot. You guys hear me cuss all the time. I'm really terrible at having any kind of facade of being a Christian, but I basically just hold the principles of it, I guess. So yeah. Kurt Dixon and Hasey Alonso are wondering why I cover my face in the rig video, and this is basically just because, as I explained earlier, I'm just kind of holding out on a YouTube face reveal until 1,000 subscribers or something major like that. Like, I kind of want to save it up, because once I reveal it, it's gone forever. So I'm just basically holding out until something a lot bigger. Next up, the Siren Gamer asks if I would play Just Cause 3. Now, to be honest, I've never played a Just Cause game before, and I've seen very limited gameplay of Just Cause 2 and some of the Just Cause 3 gameplay reveal. And it looks really fun. It looks kind of hilarious, like a homage to the 80s action films where you're like taking down some kind of Hispanic dictator or something like that and massacring all of his soldiers. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm going to wait until it comes out and hear the reviews about it, and if it is like just absolutely stellar, I'll definitely consider picking it up. If it's not exactly an amazing game, I think I'm just going to hold out buying it until it gets really cheap on G2A or something. Next up, Brendan Mason wonders where I'm going to college and what am I majoring in or going to major in. I attend Florida State University in Tallahassee, Florida, and I'm majoring in computer science. And I'm also minoring in business. I'm hoping to use computer science and business together in the real world. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work out, and quite honestly, I've never had any experience with computer languages or anything, so it's going to be a brand new experience for me. But honestly, I'm looking to make a really nice salary in the real world, and I have a lot of expensive tastes, so I'm looking forward to it, and it seems like something that's going to be fun for me because I really like computers. But yeah, and since I live in Florida, it's really freaking hot right now. But yep, I go to Florida State and I'm majoring in computer science. NetDestroy has another question, and it's if I've ever played Insurgency. I actually have played Insurgency. I play it every once in a while with some friends, and I've actually done a video on it from, I think it's almost a year old, or it's approaching that. The audio quality in it is pretty bad, and my friends were not using headphones, so there's a lot of reverb in the voice in the audio, and it's kind of annoying. But it's kind of funny in some places, so you should definitely check it out. But I do play Insurgency, and it can be fun. It's kind of like a super hyper-realistic Counter-Strike with aiming down sights, because it is a mod of Counter-Strike. So I have played Insurgency, and I do kind of like it. Jacob Ladd asks, what's my Steam username? And my Steam username is exactly my channel name, just without the space in it. So it's MMYummy Gaming, just all one word. And I even think the MMYummy and the G are all capitalized. So yeah, I like playing with subs and games, so just send me a friend request in Steam if you would like to be my friend. And finally, the last question is another NetDestroy question. He's asking if there are any future games coming up that I'm really excited for. And I'm really excited for Battlefront, of course. Every single gameplay trailer coming out for the game gets me more hyped for it. And it's actually kind of rare because I don't get hyped for games as much as I used to, but Battlefront really has me hyped for it. And also, I used to be super excited for The Division, but it's kind of lessened because there appears to be a graphics downgrade from the original gameplay, like usual Ubisoft. And also the Ghost Recon Wildlands was a complete surprise, and now I'm actually really excited for that game because I love the Ghost Recon games. I started with Advanced Warfighter, and then Advanced Warfighter 2, and then Future Soldier. They're really great games, and I really hope that this one is going to be just as amazing. Also, Mirror's Edge Catalyst and Fallout 4 are also games that look really amazing, and Fallout 4 is kind of surprising to me because Fallout 3, to be honest, I played Fallout 3 after I played Skyrim, and I thought Fallout 3 was really boring, and I thought the environment was extremely just bland and also boring. So I couldn't get into the game, and it left me really disappointed based on how many stellar reviews of the game there are. But Fallout 4 actually looks really beautiful, like the way that they handle the wasteland environment, and I'm actually really excited for it. Any new Bethesda game is enough to get me hyped. So there we go, that was the extent of the questions, and none of them were really that revealing, but I hope some of them gave you some scandalous insight into the inner machinations of my mind, and some of you were probably kind of surprised that maybe some of the things, I don't know, they weren't really that interesting, to be honest, but I hope this was interesting to say the least, and if you guys like this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and until next time, this is Yummy, goodbye, and good hunting.